Hello, boys and girls. I have a fun Easter story to share with you. It's called The Berenstain Bears and the Real Easter Eggs. All right. Today and tomorrow are days of Easter hunts. These year's hunts are a little bit different, but they are still joy-filled. The Berenstain Bears and the Real Easter Egg. 19, 20, 21, 22. How about that, said Sister Bear. I got 22 Valentines at school today, signed with names, and guess whose brother smiled. He knew that there were 23 cubs in Sister's class. Teacher Jane made every cub give every other cub a Valentine. Sister was enjoying her cards so much. He just watched. I love holidays, she said. I wish every day was a holiday. Oh, said Mama, who'd been listening, is all that holidays mean to you getting stuff? See, remember we had so much fun with our Valentine's Day cards. We're going to hear about different holidays in this book. Sure, said Sister. You get turkey, stuffing, pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, presents on Christmas, Valentine's on Valentine's Day. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Mama said holidays are about much more than just getting stuff. At Thanksgiving, it's about being thankful. At Christmas, goodwill, peace on earth. Valentine, love and friendship. What do you think about that, my dear? Asked Papa. Where did Sister go? He said, looking around. She went into the kitchen, said Brother, which Sister had. She went to the family calendar. She was looking ahead for other holidays. There weren't any more in February. She looked at March, no holidays. Then she looked at April, the month that we're in, boys and girls. And right there in April was a really big holiday, Easter. Easter is coming. We know that tomorrow is Easter Sunday. That night, Sister fell asleep while visions of jelly beans and chocolate bunnies danced in her head. But where she was, it was still winter. When she woke up the next morning, she forgot about Easter and spring. There was snow covering the earth, wonderful snow to sled on, to make forts, to make angel wings. But Mother Nature hadn't forgotten. While Brother and Sister and their friends sledded and made forts and angel wings, she was getting ready for a whole new season. See, so it's still winter when the story began with Brother and Sister Bear. As the winter winds died down and the sun began to ride high in the sky, signs of spring began to appear. We have lots of signs of springs, don't we? The icicles of winter dropped from the roofs and stuck like swords in the last of the melting snow. Robins began to look for places to build their nest. Blue and yellow crocuses peeped through the softening earth. I've been hearing lots of birds these days and seeing lots of beautiful flowers on walks. We have many signs of spring. It wasn't very long before reminders of Easter began to pop up on television everywhere you looked. But it was a big billboard in the town square that got Brother and Sister really excited about Easter. And this is what it said. Coming soon, the giant Beartown Easter egg hunt. Don't miss it. All cubs are welcome. There'll be so many prizes. Look, said Brother, it says the prizes are on display in the window at the Beartown General Store. So in their town, they're going to have a big hunt for cubs only. You're going to see who wants to join. And were they ever? There were more treats in that window store than you could even imagine. Oh, what a happy Easter it was going to be. This was going to be the biggest, best, most delicious Easter ever. Brother and Sister, after they ran to see the prizes on display at the window store, they went home to tell Mama. Sister said, Brother, you tell Mama about the big Easter egg hunt while I go find Papa and tell him. So look at this store window, boys and girls. Look at all those treats that are there for the hunt. I like jelly beans. What about you? Mama, Mama, sputtered Sister. She was so excited and out of breath she could hardly talk. No, my dear, said Mama, I know that what you want to tell me is very exciting, but I'm sure it can wait. I have something exciting to show you. But Mama, protested Sister, Hush, just look here. I want you to see these little yellow and blue flowers. They're from the crocus buds I planted last fall. They've been sleeping under the snow all winter. They're the first to push through the earth and greet the spring. Aren't they lovely? Yes, Mama, they are. But Brother and I were just down at the town square, and guess what? Look at the beautiful flowers. Do you have any flowers in your gardens, boys and girls? Mama didn't quite hear Sister because she'd already walked across the yard and was looking at a bush. It didn't look like much to Sister. This is a forsythia. It will come on the first warm, sunny day and burst into thousands of brilliant yellow flowers. Surely you remember it from last spring, my dear. Sister did, sort of. The forsythias have already bloomed where we are, boys and girls. But it didn't look as pretty as all the candy she had seen. So here's Sister looking at that forsythia branch with her mom. Whoops, sorry, boys and girls. Let me show you this page. Her mom is excited about the plants. Sister's excited about candy. That's when Papa and Brother came running around the house. Papa was just as excited as Brother and Sister. How about that? Cried Papa. How about what? Said Mama. Didn't Sister tell you? Said Papa. There's going to be a big Easter egg hunt on the town square. You should hear the prizes, more jelly beans than you could ever count. Look who's excited about jelly beans, Papa Bear. That's funny. You think he's too old for jelly. Papa, said Brother. And there's chocolate and Papa, repeated Brother. Yes, son, what is it? I forgot to tell you, said Brother. The Easter egg hunt is just for cubs. Just for cubs, said Papa. That's right, said Brother. Oh, said Papa, he was disappointed. He was excited about all the candy. Papa was crazy about jelly beans, especially the black ones. Oh, Mama sighed. She looked at Papa and the cubs, and she was a little disappointed too. Not funny? They wanted to participate. Turns out it's not for them. The day of the Easter egg hunt dawned bright and early. Brother, sister, and friends were at the town square waiting for Mayor Honeypot to give the signal for the hunt to begin. They had bags and baskets of every shape to gather the eggs. Brother and sister were well prepared. They had a big basket, the better to carry the eggs that they would find. When the mayor gave the signal, it was helter skelter, gather, gather. Here an egg, there an egg, everywhere an egg, egg. But brother and sister had a plan. Instead of hunting where the other cubs were, they quickly moved to the woods at the edge of the square. They went in a different direction. And something's going to happen that's going to surprise them very much. Here's a red one, a pink one, a green one, shouted Sister. She popped the eggs into her basket. An orange one, a yellow one, a lavender one, cried Brother, as he popped them into his basket. A little while later, Brother and Sister noticed that Sister had become very quiet. He turned and saw her standing ever so still, looking into the bushes. What did she discover? And here, said Sister, in a soft, hushed voice that Brother could barely hear, here are the 5 tiny blue eggs in a nest, deep, deep in the bushes. Ever so carefully and quietly, Brother moved into the bushes and looked over Sister's shoulder at the real Easter eggs. They were quiet and they were very careful not to touch. Look, boys and girls, these are blue eggs in a nest. They're birds. They're the eggs that a bird laid. See what type of bird. Together they watched one by one each tiny blue egg cracked open, and a tiny, scraggly, wet baby robin struggled to climb out. From time to time, the mother or father robin came to the nest with food, worms and insects. They took turns putting the food in the wide open beaks of the baby birds. Brother and sister watched for a long, long time. They hardly moved. They were mesmerized. It was the most wonderful and amazing thing they had ever seen. Look, to see, that's very special to be able to see birds' eggs, to see the eggs hatch out of the egg, the little baby robins, and to see the parents caring for them, bringing them food. They missed. Turns out they missed most of the Easter egg hunt. But since every cub got a prize, there were goodies to go around. A few chocolate eggs, but mostly jelly beans. We know who's going to be happy about that. Mostly jelly beans, which they shared with Papa. They made sure to give him the black ones. Many of sister and brother's friends won the really big prizes. That was okay. The sugar-trimmed chocolate eggs and the giant chocolate bunny would not only soon be gone, they might even leave a few tummy aches behind. Yeah, don't eat too many candies. It's not good for you. Look, brother and sister, Mama and Papa are very happy. Sister and brother would never forget those baby birds and the wonder of Easter, and its message of new life would stay with them forever. Look, here you see the birds in their nest, being cared for by their parents, being fed as they grow until they're old enough and ready to fly out of the nest. And I hope you enjoyed hearing the Berenstain Bears and the real Easter eggs. I certainly enjoyed reading the story to you, boys and girls. Goodbye.